and you are tuned into the Ashraf Garda Show.
So the feature My First Ramadan is a feature where we speak to people who can reflect on their experience of their first Ramadan, at a time when they embraced Islam. It could be this year, it could have been even 30 years ago. Either way, we want to know, what was it like? Because I'm suggesting it never can be straightforward, isn't it? If you are effectively active as a Muslim in experiencing your very first Ramadan. So my guest today is Sumaya Sibisi, and therefore we're going to talk about her first Ramadan. Sister Sumaya, appreciate your time. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Okay, and I trust with you too. What, we day 5 of Ramadan. I hope it's going well for you, inshallah.
Yes, it's going well.
Good, right. Now, understand that, so we're going to talk about your first Ramadan, and I understand that this is the first year, in fact, that you are fasting, right? You didn't do that in previous years.
Yes, it's my first year fasting. Yes.
Okay. Maybe take us back. Well, so far, how has it been going?
It's been going well. Inshallah, it's been going well. I didn't think it was going to go the way it's going. I was scared. Because I have a small baby. I'm sick. I thought it was going to be hard. But inshallah, it's been going well. And I never feel that. I never feel it. I don't know whether it's still early or it's going to be better.
I'm very glad. How do you now understand? I mean, you embraced Islam not this year, I mean before, but you didn't fast last year, and there was a reason why you didn't, right?
Yes. Last year I was pregnant. I was heavily pregnant during Ramadan. I couldn't fast. So I started fasting for the first time this year.
Okay. And as part of your training for fasting for the first time, I would think that, if you were like training for a run, like a comrades marathon, you would have to do some running beforehand so you can understand it, right? What sort of training did you have to do to prepare yourself for day 1 of the fasting, and then day 2 and 3 and 4 and 5?
Believe it or not, me and my husband, we used to fast for Sunnah on Mondays and Thursdays. So that's why I can't feel it, because I'm used to it every Thursday and Monday. We usually fast. Yes.
Oh, I see. Okay, well then you're quite the expert, right? Perhaps a good time to ask you about, how did you come to enter Islam? I mean, what is your story?
I was not willing to join Islam, but my children were going to madrasa. When they come back from madrasa, they start telling me stories and whatever they're learning in madrasa, history for Islam. I started being interested. Started learning the alphabet. They would teach me alphabet, I can say my children, they are the one who convinced me to start changing and join Islam.
Oh, I see. And then what finally convinced you to say, this is the faith I must embrace? Did something happen on a certain day where you say, that's it, I want to be a Muslim?
My daughter was telling me about Quran, telling me everything about the Quran. And what I noticed is that most of the things in the Quran, they almost the same as the things that are in the Bible. And I won't be lost too much. And I can see people who are Islamic, they are too much caring. They love each other. There's too much love. And I thought, what? I need to join this part and I'll be in the right position now, because I know a lot, and And I
And
started falling in love with Islam, and I started wanting to to speak to Allah every day and read namaz. I started learning about reading namaz even before I converted. I was
okay,
like,
wow.
let me learn how to pray
Well,
because
we are very happy that you have fallen in love with Islam. Alhamdulillah.
yes,
Now that you are a Muslim, I mean, it's over a year and a bit now. I mean, has that changed you?
yes, it did. It did.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I'm now a better person. You know, I I usually I usually used to feel for people, but now it's even worse. Like me and my husband, you find us like helping people out. Giving them some things. Something that I was not I was not doing before. You know, praying. I used to pray maybe after a week. Maybe I will pray I'm sad, when when I feel like I need to talk to God now. But now
Mm.
I pray 5 times a day, and that's something that I usually not do. I usually didn't do before. You
Well, you're
know,
talking to Allah.
and
You're talking to Allah every day. Absolutely. Just a last
yes,
thing, Sumaya, before I let you
I love
go.
5 times
You
a
said
day.
that your children were in madrasa, but you were not yet Muslim. So, how and why did you send them to a madrasa when you yourself were not part of the Muslim faith?
Uh, their father is a Muslim, so they
Okay.
were born a Muslim. So their father was the one who was sending them to madrasa.
Okay.
So
Well, that
every time when they come back to take 30 minutes, they tell me about Islam. They tell me everything they learned in madrasa. So that's
well, I'm glad they did. So you are better for it, and so are we, all of us in South Africa. Really good talking to you. Thank you for sharing your time, and may your first Ramadan fasting Ramadan be a very good, very beneficial Ramadan for yourself and your family and your children as well. And give their children our
yes.
salams. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you so much.
There we are.
Thank you.
Sumaya, Sumaya Sibisi. What a fascinating story. Children going to madrasa, coming back with story after story, convincing her that she, mother, needs to be part of the Muslim faith. We always have those amazing stories. By the way, just as we talk about Ramadan, so Ramadan, I mean, you need to perform your 5 time farad salah. You perform the farad of the fasting, the Saum, you perform Taraweeh, and you don't have to, but it's preferable to give off zakah in Ramadan, and then other forms of charity. But beyond that, perhaps you may want to share with me how Ramadan moves you. That means, what plan do you put in place so that you can cause for yourself a dramatic shift in your as a human being in Ramadan? If Ramadan is the training ground, then how does it move you in this month? I'd love to know. You can WhatsApp me 061 766 0355, or comment on the Salam Media social media platforms. You can do that like right now. More to come. We're going to chat about in the mosques of the world. We've been covering the Shita Bay Mosque in Nigeria. Quite fascinated by that. Before that, we'll talk to looking at a fascinating story with Fatima Karim, talking about the Islamic Relief South Africa and Ummahat and what they're planning. So we're going to find out about that in a moment.